They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Virginia Cavaliers, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Virginia's offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring. Woo! Son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
The Cavaliers come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's taking the shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll run it on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Dropping back, it's Averill. Got out of trouble and throws. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And they jump on top.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Clemson Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Touch pass on the run. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Still running at the 40. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Got enough space, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Clemson. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players. And
the expressway is wide open. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Virginia. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes his connection.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll go to the ground.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Motion from the offense. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. He's got his man, makes the grab. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Back to throw, it's Averill. Wide open downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Cavaliers want to crank the tempo.
Because the QB anticipated that curl route so well, he got it to his receiver early against zone coverage. He had space to work with. After he caught the ball, he was able to make a guy miss, move the chains.
Here comes the offense on second down. Out of the gun, they give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, limiting his carries.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Buys a little extra time. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Finds the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you.
Touchdown, Cavaliers! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. Power football with the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Little touch pass to the receiver. On his feet at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo.
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Clemson! And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half when you fight to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Got room at the 35. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Going up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Tompkins. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Cavaliers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Tompkins. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
And they can't make the connection.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
And here comes the offense on second down. He wants to throw it again. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
6th play of the drive coming up. Dropping back, it's Averill. It's on target and complete. Stopped after making the catch.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Quarterback moving. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. It's good. There is a flag on the play, and if this is on the defense, guys, would you take the points off the board here? This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. To the air on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, wants to throw it. He's got it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. Exceptional footwork to stay in bounds, and just a little bit better, and he could have scored.
Yeah, if he keeps his balance or gets the speed going upfield a little bit more, he might get into the end zone.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They'll play it safe and try for 3. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll come out throwing on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, we can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working. And I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
And the Cavaliers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves.
He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is. Make sure he gets the... route. Now all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Listen, when you got a big sucker like that at quarterback, all he's got to do is lean forward, and he's going to get that fourth down. He just does a great job getting behind the offensive line, falling forward, and getting the big fourth down conversion.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Running toward the tape. The 20. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Clemson will come to the line with a first and goal. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Utah State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They'll run it. Can't get him to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
To the air, it's Averill. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got an open man. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
It's a draw. Runs through a tackle. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
Now from inside the red zone. Buys a little time. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Wants to fire on second down. Extending the play. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Trying play action. Dances away to buy time. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on third down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some designed QB runs or give him a run-pass option on the perimeter. See if he can punch it in after that big gain.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Touchdown, Virginia! They take the lead with the 6. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing him read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Clemens. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. This offense has a second down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on third down. Looking to pass, it's Averill. Throws to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The wide receiver shows motion. A jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play action fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Clemson is quick to the line. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And no problem on that. ball game here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Hawaii ran roughshod over the competition en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those gorgeous unis. This team is buttoned up. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll run it from the gun. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He wants to throw. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, 3rd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Averill. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He finds his man. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding this receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. At midfield, he's got room. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. The Cavaliers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Here's the handoff. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This crowd knows when to bring it. The give out. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability to stop the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone, they're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. He lost one down the sideline. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Clemson! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
When you dream of these scenarios, you never think the touchdown comes with 28 seconds left. It's always 3, 2, 1, horn, gun, ball game, and they got it done.
And that is heartbreaking for the defense as well, guys. They needed one stop, one big stop at a critical juncture of the game, and I know for them moving forward, that's a play they're not going to soon forget.
No, in ways I could have executed a little bit better, but the offense ain't feeling that way. They're feeling really good about putting that drive together when it mattered most and getting the ball in the end zone.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.